All the packages were delivered today.
Yeah.
So you know what that means.
Decorating time.
You know what that means. We are building the gazebo. So just to refresh your memory, we did the patio last episode. That's a rug that we had from our patio at our old house that we're gonna transition into this patio. But if you did not see that episode, either watch it after this episode or stop right here, pause it right here, check out that episode, and then come back to this episode for part 2 really of the patio getting done. So we're gonna build the gazebo today. Hopefully we get all of it done today. I foresee us getting it all done today, but we're gonna go ahead and do that and take you guys right along with us. I don't feel like waiting for my husband, so I took a lighter box though. It's like a good 60 pounds. I think we're good. Yeah, we're good. There you go.
You have no paper.
None. Looking for the instructions. It came in 5 boxes. Each box is labeled on the side, box 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I just opened box 1 and all I see is the frame, part of the frame, the plate to bolt it into the ground, but I'm not seeing instructions. I think that's very bizarre for it to be box 1 and I have not seen the instructions yet, because ideally with the amount of boxes that we have, I would think you would want to some degree, at least put the instructions in the first box, because you don't want to open up everything and then just get everything all mixed up. Like the way I build things is I need all of my material out. I look at the instructions. I count all the way from the screws, the nuts, the bolts. I count everything because I don't want to get midway through a project and something's missing or whatever. So that's what I usually do. But I also haven't seen screws, nuts, or bolts yet. And typically, the instructions comes in the box with the screws, nuts, and bolts, and all of that stuff. Being that I haven't seen it yet, I want to guess that it's in box 2. I'm not really sure, because box 2 is looking a lot like box 1. So I'm just assuming that box 2 is the other side of the frame. I'm going to go ahead and open up box 2 and search for the manual before scattering any more supplies. in a case like top secret kind of folder. It's given top secret. But like I said, if you find the screws, you find the instructions. Every box, the instructions and the screws are always together. But it's so bizarre that it was not in box 1, because that's okay. Anyway, this is the gazebo we're doing. Listen, I am a instructions like to the core. I don't want no surprises at the end missing a part. But I'll tell you guys my tidbits on anytime I'm building anything. Like I told you guys, I make sure all the parts are there. I do not start working until I have all the parts. I count the screws, I count the parts. There's a lot of screws here. Let me be counting for a little bit. I count all of it, because the last thing you want is to be one screw short of something or whatever. Most of these stuff look like I could just get from a hardware store if something was missing. Like none of these look like specialty screws, honestly. So that's always a great thing. Specialty screws are the worst to work with, because if you don't have it and you can't pick it up from a local hardware store, you're kind of in a bind and you have to send it back. We're about to get started. The first thing is the frame. Being that the frame was able to fit on two. One, the fact that this instruction manual is not thick makes me happy. Thick instruction manuals make me nervous, because it means there's a lot of steps. This page here is just the frame. These 2 pages are the frame. I'm here for it. That typically means the steps are repetitive, so that's good stuff. And it looks relatively quick. It looks like the most interesting part, just kind of looking through it, is going to be the roof. Yeah, that looks like the most interesting part, just because you're not on ground anymore. Okay, let's get started. So we had to break this up into 2 phases essentially. Phase 1 was getting up the frame. So that's the frame being up. It got late, we lost sunlight, so starting phase 2 today of pretty much re-securing the frame, or securing the frame by like stabilizing it, by adding like, you know, the extra things to stabilize it, and then putting the roof on, getting this done. Also likely putting the patio furniture under it today as well. So that's today, but we're getting this bad boy finished. It was crazy. It was crazy. Most of it was on me for reading instructions wrong. But I was tired. So we're gonna go ahead. Just woke up, came straight out here, got myself together, and we're getting this done. Let's do it. We just framed out all the corners. That was the last one I just did. All of them are framed out. It is more sound. I'm like literally, it's more sound of a structure. So this is the part I could not wait for. It's just because it's one of those things where even if I can stop right now, right? It's leveled out, it's balanced out, it's good. We're gonna keep going. You see those little hooks up there? That's gonna be the start of it for the roof. So we're done with the main. The frame is done to the capacity of strength and durability wise. We're about to go ahead and start placing on the roof. Physics amazes me. Physics genuinely amazes me. 2 screws. It amazes me. I'm about to do the rest of them, and then that creates the roof. And we're almost done. This is what I want to keep telling myself. We're almost done. We're almost done. I just added the center ones. Now I'm working on this one going across. We're pretty much almost done here. It's less bags over there. Very happy about that. And then that's all the panels to the roof. But we're moving along. Product of the patio. The patio furniture was also built and put up, and we went ahead and did the lights as well. It is we love it. We love it. This is a rug that we already had from the old patio. In fact, it's from Home Depot. The couch is from Walmart, and the patio, the actual gazebo itself is from Sunjoy, but we ordered it via Amazon, and it actually came very quickly. So we are in love with it. In love. And so let's just kind of go through the structure of it. Let's start out with this here. I was in the middle of working, didn't realize it, and by the time I realized my phone died, so much was done. So I just it was like, let me finish it, and then we'll just kind of go through the steps after. So I left you guys off with talking about putting the frames up and together. Once that happened, put the centerpiece there to hook all the frames together, and then everything else was really just the panels. It was really just putting the panels up, and then the rods for the curtains. That was really it that was remaining. First did the panels for the top one, panels here, curtains, and that was really all that was remaining left on here. So, you know, however, you guys really sold the main bulky part of it. The most challenging part of it was the actual poles itself and getting the framework done. I think that was the most challenging part of it. It's because of making sure everything was level and everything was just all put together and nice at a 90 degree. Like, that was the most challenging. The roof structure, apart from like being on a ladder and heights and all of that, and just having to find that comfortable placement of your feeding so that you're not falling off the ladder, that was pretty much it. It comes with a hook as well. The hook is for if you want to put fan on there or an outdoor chandelier. That is an option to bring additional lighting. My husband and I discussed that we're going to do a fan because we already did the lighting around it, so we are completely fine with that type of lighting, and we'll do a fan because we're going to be out here in the summertime, so it's going to get hot. The girls just came outside and the doggies are going crazy. This patio furniture came with a lot of pieces, but all of it was repetition. So essentially, once these corner pieces were really, once those back corner pieces were really together, everything was kind of just went smoothly within the entire process. It also came with a glass table as well, not the coasters, and we're going to get different coasters. I just bought it out here because my husband already started having his drinks and everything. I'm like, put on a coaster. But the table came with it as well. It's a glass table top. However, I'm thinking if you want to remove it, you can, but it wouldn't make a lot of sense because it's woven. Is that pronunciation? It's a woven or weaved furniture. So, you know, if you want some type of stability on when you're putting stuff on there, then it's fine. One negative thing that I have about this furniture piecing, and I kind of saw within the reviews, but I didn't find it to be a big deal, is the back part of it is extremely low. It really goes mid-back, and the taller you are, the less support that you have in the back area. If you're planning on laying down, you're completely fine. The sides of it, the patio itself is 119 inches going across. The patio furniture is 110, so it literally just made it with the sizing and everything. But and then all these pieces are able to be separated, so you 100% can do that. These end pieces can be moved if you want to make it different. We're keeping it there for now, but you can definitely make it into however shape you want, and that's what we really liked about it. You can make it into an L shape, you keep it as a U shape, you can take the two end pieces off and make it separate, and then have a 4-seater and then this up here. Like, it just allows for flexibility, and that's what we really like. So if we're having a social event, and depending on how we want the, you know, dynamic of the I guess the socialization or whatever, when we're having a conversation or conversing, we can make adjustments to it. But let's really get into the gazebo itself, its sturdiness. The instructions were good. You just had to look at the entire page, because sometimes they had how do I mention it? They had multiple instructions within instructions, right? And so it could be a single page that would have like two very obvious indications that they were steps, you know, that had to be done. And then they would have like a 2A step or 2B step in there. And if you weren't paying attention to it, you would miss it that had happened. Things had to be redone. Like for instance, it will probably say up here, right? We'll just utilize this up here, right? So they'll say, let's say putting the roof poles, the framework for the roof together, right? That'll be step 2, right? But then it'll say 2A, put the center part, the part that's holding the hook, put that in there to keep all the poles together. And it'll be like step 2B, put the hook inside of the center part, right? And so the way it just was laid out on the paper, if you wasn't thoroughly reading it, you would have easily missed a step. But nonetheless, it was fine. It worked out. So I'm just kind of showing all the corners and everything, just kind of give you a nice detail for in the case if you're interested in ordering this gazebo, just to give you an idea. The girls in the back having a joy on the trampoline. Yes, my husband and I built them a trampoline. And just very sturdy. All of it is cedar wood. You guys, cedar wood smells delightful. I don't know if it's just me, but it smells so good. I feel like I can get a cedar wood eucalyptus candle. I don't know. And so my husband and I are going to put up netting. We're going to put the mosquito netting up there while it's still warm out. We don't want to be enclosed, might get a little stuffy, but we are also considering getting curtains as well. But if you can see like the 2 rods here, boom and boom, that's where you could put up the curtains and you can kind of enclose it. The gazebo also comes with a wooden privacy fence, not packaged together. Let me correct myself. And let me not take you guys in circles. That's the shed over there that has to be painted. Let me give you guys a better, prettier background. Boom. So there are multiple wooden privacy fences that you could order separately that can go with your gazebo. We are considering it. But right now we're liking the openness of it. So we're just going to utilize the curtains because then that gives us the ability to have it enclosed or have it open or however we see fit. So there's just a lot of little add-ons that you can. Hey, cool girl. Hey, cool girl. Yes, your sister's back there playing. So they just have a lot of different extensions and add-ons that you can do, which I find it very cool. I've seen it primarily for the wooden ones because again, you could just easily drill into wood. I haven't seen a lot for the aluminum ones, so I think that's something to take in consideration if you're determining if you want a wood gazebo or an aluminum gazebo frame specifically. So just need to take in consideration. The lights is something I ordered off of Amazon. I ordered 100-foot lights. Didn't realize it, but made it work. Had to go all the way around. If you kind of notice, just like little things like that's double wrapped over there, and then this kind of double wrapped over here. That's because it was 100 feet. But nonetheless, it just still projects off more light, so we're good with that. We are so good with that. So this concludes everything. Again, I'm so sorry that I did not get all the little intricate steps of it, but you guys really saw the bulk of it, which was putting the framework together for the base frame and then putting the roof framing together, because everything else was just like literally drilling in the panels. So it wasn't too much extra. But if you have any questions, definitely listen in the comment box below. Make sure you subscribe and like this video. If you like these videos so I know to make more of these videos. But this kind of concludes it all. The next video may be of that retaining wall. I'm not sure, but that is going to happen. So love you guys. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much for the support. And we're concluding it here. Done with the gazebo project. Done with the patio furniture. What's next? One more thing I forgot to mention. It is a double layered roof. So there is like a little gap in between the 2 roofs for ventilation. So that was just one additional thing. That's it.